previous video we understood what exactly is the working principle of CATIA. We know that we first need to make a 2D sketch in one of the planes and provide a thickness to it. This is how a 3D part is designed in most of the cases. Sketcher interface in CATIA has its own importance in designing any of the 3D parts. If a designer has a good understanding of different commands from the sketching interface, then it becomes relatively easy to design any complex geometry. In the further coming videos, we will be focusing more on 2D sketching, then we will be shifting to 3D modeling. So here is Cat Tiki discussing about profile and line command in Sketcher interface. Hello guys, this is the part interface of CATIA, and if you want to go to Sketcher interface, you just need to click on Start in Mechanical Design and then Sketcher. Now you need to select any plane from one of these. So I will select this XY plane, and here we are into the Sketcher interface. So in this video we will be only discussing about this line and profile command from this profile toolbox, but in the upcoming videos we will be discussing about all the shapes from this toolbox. Also we will be discussing about this operation toolbox and also the commands from this constraint toolbox. One thing we need to understand about CATIA is that the instructions are always provided at the bottom of the screen in the left corner. So select an object or a command. For example, if we want to draw a line of 200 mm which has a starting point on origin, then we will simply select this line command, and now it says select a point or click to locate the start point. So we want our starting point to be origin, so we will first click on origin and then select a point or click to locate the end point. So I will select the end point randomly. If we want to measure the length of this line, just select this line and then click on the constraint command from this constraint toolbox and place this dimension here. So we can see that the length of this line is 110 mm, but we want it to be of 200 mm. So just double click on this dimension. So this will open this constraint definition dialog box, and we will enter the length of the line as we require. So we will enter it as 200 mm and then press enter. So this line will be of 200 mm now. The H here indicates that this line is actually parallel to the horizontal axis. In other words, we can say that this line is completely horizontal with an angle of 0 degrees with respect to this horizontal axis. Also, if we make a vertical line, the V here indicates that this line is parallel to this vertical axis. The same horizontal line that we made previously can be made by some another method as well. Just click on this line command, select the origin as the first point, and you can enter the angle you want from here. So enter 0 degrees as we want this line to be horizontal. Enter the length as 200 mm and press enter. So here is the line of length 200 mm and starting from origin. Consider that we want to make a line of length 200 mm which starts from the origin and has an angle of 35 degrees with respect to the horizontal axis. So we will select this line command. We will select the starting point as origin. One method is that you can directly enter the angle of 35 degrees here, but I will do it some different way. So to know the length of this line, I will first click on this line and then click on this constraint command. So we can see that the length of the line is 170 mm. So I will make it as 200 mm. And to define the angle, I will select this line and the horizontal axis, and then I will again select this constraint command. So Now we can give the angle as 35 degrees. So this is the required line of length 200 mm that has an angle of 35 degrees with horizontal axis. The next command after line command is the profile command. Profile command and line command are almost similar. The only difference is that line command allows us to make just one line, but profile command allows us to make us multiple lines. So we can see that the next line gets started from the endpoint of the previous line. So this is how we can construct multiple lines using profile command. So here is a little exercise for you. I want you to make this sketch on your Sketcher interface. You can take your time, you can pause the video, and after that I will show you how exactly this is done. So firstly, I will make the outline of this sketch like this, and then I will apply the dimensions that are shown here. So I will first make the outline. I will zoom in a little bit. Okay, that's it. So okay, the length of this line is 46 mm, this line is 42 mm, and this line is 20 mm. So this line be 46 mm. We'll make this line of 42 mm, and this line be 20 mm. So now we can see that the distance between this vertical line and this line is 50 mm, and distance between this line and this line is 30 mm. So we will do it likewise. So distance between this line and this line is 50 mm. You can select both the lines by pressing the control button, and distance between this line and this line is 30 mm. So okay, this vertical line is 10 mm and this another vertical line is 18 mm. I will select this line and make it of 10 mm, and this vertical line be of 18 mm. Okay, this horizontal line is 44 mm and this line is 18.34 mm. So here goes 44 mm and this line is 18.34 mm. Okay, now forget about this slanting line, but we know that the length of this vertical line is 9.78 mm. So we will enter that length. So we'll zoom in a little bit. So the length of this line is 9.78 mm. Okay. Okay, now your angle is 144 degrees. So we'll select these two lines and again we will select the constraint. So we get angle as 144 mm. So that's it. So from this we understood one new thing about constraint command. If we select a line and then click on this constraint command, we are able to adjust the length of this line. But if we click on two parallel lines and then click on this constraint command, we are able to adjust the distance between those two lines. If those two lines selected are non-parallel, and then if we click on this constraint command, then we are able to adjust the angle between those two lines. So here is another exercise for you. I want you to make this sketch, so you can pause the video, you can take your time, you can also follow the previous methods that we used for the previous sketch. So then I will show you how exactly this can be done. So we will make this sketch in the same way as we made it previously. We will first make the outline of this sketch and then we will apply the dimensions to it. So I will make the outline first. I will select this profile command, zoom it a little bit. Okay, this is done, and now we will see the dimensions. So this is 80 mm, 15 mm. So first we will do that. So this line is 80 mm and this line is 15 mm. Okay, so the angle between this vertical line and this inclined line is 38 degrees. So we will select this line and this inclined line, and then the angle between them is 38 degrees. Okay, so the length of this line is 80 mm, this is 36.25 and this is 30. So this is 80, this has to be 36.25 and this has to be 30. So we'll first select this line and then give it as 80 mm. Then this line should be 36.25 and this line should be 30 mm. Okay, so the angle between these two lines is 139 degrees. So I will select these two lines and the angle between them is 139 degrees. Okay, so the length of this line is 45 and this inclined line is 65. So this will become 45 and this will become 65. Okay, so the angle between these two lines is 99 degrees. So first we will select these two lines and the angle is 99 degrees, and the angle between this vertical line and this inclined line is 67 degrees. So this line and this line becomes 67 degrees. Okay, that's it. So that's all for now. So if you have any doubts, you can ask them in the comment section. I will surely look forward to answer them. Saying this, I am signing out for now. My name is Sanket and we will meet in the next video.